Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Lynn Renee McDonald for Practical Spirituality Live. And today what I wanted to do is answer some questions for you guys. On my last video, I talked about animals and the messages and the gifts that they share with us, particularly German Shepherd dogs. So, one client of mine in particular, or a friend of mine as well, is Nicole. And hi, Nicole. I just wanted to say hey, and I'm going to answer your questions that you had for me in this video today on Practical Spirituality Live. Thanks for asking questions. This is how we help each other. We get the knowledge and wisdom, we share it with others, and we change the world together. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. It's time for my morning sage. It's Thanksgiving week, or actually today it's actually 1 week from Thanksgiving, 2018? Okay. All right. Well, happy Thanksgiving week to everybody. So on the last video, we talked a lot about boundaries, and we also talked about pets and how animals and pets, in particular dogs, are here to teach us boundaries, okay, which is super important. Boundaries are super important. But today we're going to talk about some animals and different animals and how they help us. And Nicole had questions about other pets and in our lives. So that's where we're going to start today, so that you guys can understand the messages and the gifts and the tools and all the things that pets bring us, not just in this earth world practical reality, because the things that are in this earth world practical reality, many times we think, oh, well, everybody knows about them and that they're obvious, right? But the truth is, so many people can't even see what's going on. They can't hear, they can't really listen, they can't really feel. They're at a deficit in some way, shape, or form based on their own wellnesses that they have going on that are active and coming out into their reality and within their soul, both subconsciously and consciously, okay? So I'm getting this energy off of me today. Love my sage. Sage is excellent for clearing other people's energy off of you, clearing it out of the room. My favorite is California white sage. That's what I love. All right. So this will help you to get energy off of you when you go places as well. All right. That's one of my favorite tools to do that. If you can burn it in your office or your home, that's great. A lot of people can't, and there's other tools for that as well. Okay. And we'll talk about those on another day. Excuse me. Okay, so for today, we're going to talk about the animals. We talked about dogs in the last video, so we're going to talk a little bit about dogs. All animals and all things are here and designed to help and assist us in some way, shape, or form, okay? Dogs in particular are God spelled backwards, okay? D-O-G, G-O-D. What is God? God is all the purest love energy, and all love energy that exists is God, and everything is part of that God, okay? So dogs are think about this, man's best friend, okay? What are dogs? Dogs are unconditional love. Ta-da! God is unconditional love in its highest, purest form. So dog is man's best friend, is really God. The dog is a replica in human form of a form of God that is here to represent and bring to us love energy in its purest form, the highest vibe of unconditional love, truth, and wisdom. Okay? We see this in dogs today. They help and assist us in so many different ways. They're protectors, they're hunters, they're love bugs. When we're sad, they take on our stuff. They help us with so many different things, okay? So dogs are super, super, super important in our lives, and they are here to teach us about God, about the highest vibe of love energy that exists. And it's no accident that they're man's best friend. Think about that. If you work with God, God is really your best friend. How freaking cool is that? And it's right here in earth world reality, in your space. If you have a dog, or even when you get in a dog, what is it? Most other dogs that are friendly, they love you. Most dogs are friendly innately. When they're not, they are designed like that, they are trained like that, they are conditioned like that, they have an unwellness in their souls that would cause them to be unwell to you, okay? Plus, you have to have that because you would create that to happen in your reality. Otherwise, no dog is going to be unwell to you, okay? A lot of that, the main cause of that actually is fear. If you're afraid of dogs, that's when you're going to really have a problem with dogs, okay? All right, or if you feel threatened by them, all right? And all of that stuff comes from past life stuff, which is harbored in the portal of your soul for all time, manifests in many different ways as many different habits, patterns, and beliefs, and then comes out in your reality physically, mentally, spiritually, habits, patterns, and belief, and in some way, shape, or form. This is the nature of law of universe and how things work. So back to dog. So dog is quite lovely. He's a clear evidence in this earth world reality of unconditional love that is God. And it's another reminder that God really is your best friend. Just like with the work I do. I talk to spirit 24/7. Your dog is always by your side. God is always with you. How fucking cool is that? It's super cool, man. So you are never alone. All right. So think about that. Your dog is always there for you. God is always there for you. And unconditionally, the thing is, do you believe? Can you get it? Have you asked for that? Do you see? Okay, so those are some more of the magic that dogs share with us. Okay, we talked about the boundaries and the German Shepherd last time. So Nicole writes on here, or writes into my YouTube and says she wants to know about the Mauser cat that I talked about, and what all of these other animals bring to us. Other animals in general. There's some really good books that will tell you the messages and gifts that animal brings. There's spirit animal books that are out there. Okay, so you can use them as you raise your vibration and you learn. They're great learning tools to help everybody in earth world plane and about spirit. One of them that I really like is Spirit Animals, I believe, and it's by Stephen Farmer. And I talk about this in another YouTube segment that I do in my book, or here on my YouTubes. I talk about this, and I do on my book segment here on YouTube. I talk about that, as well as I talk about there is another book. I think the other one is called Animal Speak. So these are two really great books to find your spirit animals. Like when I say your spirit animals, there are many different animals that will come in for you throughout your lifetime to help and assist you. But there's a core of 3 main spirit animals. Some people will have more. There's exceptions to every rule. But what I'm talking about when I say, oh, this is how it works, it's a basic general rule of how it works with the law of universe in earth world reality vibration. Okay, and all of this is the same form of God, but there are exceptions to everything with free will. So that's why nothing is ever set in stone. And you know this by everything in this world is constantly what? Changing. Everything is constantly changing. Okay. From birth, from being a baby to a adolescent to a teen to a early 20s, early adulthood, and up to 30, 40, 50, however old you are, you're always constantly changing depending on stuff going on in you, what you're working on in your soul, what your soul came in here to do, what you're dealing with in your reality and your soul puts out here. And it's all based on everything that constantly happens. So everything is continuously connected. And all this stuff comes out into your reality, all right, to help and assist you in some way, shape, or form, okay, and to heal you and have you live the greatest life that you can live, okay. So dogs have those wonderful gifts. Nicole also asked about Mausers, cat Mausers, cats in general, birds, reptiles, fish, rodents. So of course she's going all across the board. But those 2 books will help people who aren't in the highest vibrating God space that is. Doesn't mean they don't have it. Everybody has it. It's all in here innately. You have it. Just ask God to open it. Ask God to start working with God, or ask God, that you do this, that you do open your gifts, that you work with love energy all the time. I don't care what you call it. God, the universe, love energy, call it whatever the fuck you want to call it, but it is love. Just know that. Okay. All right. That's what you're working with. All right. All right. So the more you work with that, the more you raise your vibration, the more you'll move away from learning about animals and spirit guidebooks. And sometimes you'll go learn from those books, and they're great, fantastic books. I love them. They have really helped me a lot, and especially in the early stages of my journey, with being the spiritual being that I am, and being a spiritual teacher as well. I had to grow into this space. People think that people like Christ and all the gurus and people that are out there, that they were just fucking born like that. And that is not the truth here. The truth is that you evolve with love energy that is God, okay? And you grow to the highest vibrations if you choose, all right? If you choose this path. But we all have it in here. All you got to do, wake it up. Say, hey, God, thanks for this. Hey, God, thanks for that. Hey, God, thanks for this. I want that. Yeah, right. Try to stay away from wanting, though. Just ask and believe and let it go and let God make it happen. Okay. So when I say stay away from wanting, what I'm saying is don't say I want. Just ask, let go, and ask God, let God, and just put it out there. Okay. So, but don't say I want this, because wanting creates more wanting. All right, so back to our animal stuff. They have so much information all the time for us, which is fucking rocking. Okay, all right. So today, Nicole again wants to know about these animals. All right, to give you some ideas, a Mauser cat is, all right, rodents are what? Pests. Rodents are on wellness. Many times they represent unwellness. There's a lot of good things about rodents too. But in the case of calling in a Mauser cat for you, let's say you have a Mauser cat. Now, a cat is a Mauser is actually a cat that one of their gifts is, just like a German Shepherd, is a boundary dog, right? A Mauser cat, they use on farms and properties where they need to get rid of rodents, mice, rats, things like that. So if you call that in your soul and you feel attracted to that, you're trying to get rid of the pests, the rodents, the things that are feeding off of you, diseases, plagues, things like that. So there's many different meanings for each animal. All are positive and some are unwell, okay? Everything ultimately is positive, but there are wellnesses that that these animals carry with them. So and they manifest in particular ways so that you can heal your soul and help and heal your soul and change your life, basically. So if you, let's say you call in a Mauser cat. So what happens here is you're looking to get rid of the pests in your life, okay? If you, let's say you live on a farm, you're looking to get rid of the pets, the rats, the rodents, the scourge, the unwellness, okay? All of that comes in with a Mauser cat. A Mauser cats are diligent. They get the job done. A cat is an efficient hunter. Super gifted, super skilled. So you're super gifted. Or where are you not? Where do you need those skills and gifts to be super gifted, super skilled? Where you need to get the job done, be an efficient, killing machine at whatever your mission is, so to speak. Because really cats have the most magnificent formula for being able to do a job and get it done. They have intense focus, and they're in the zone. They will sit there for hours and hours just to get that mouse or to get that animal. And that's all part of their hunting gifts. You may need gifts hunting and finding stuff in your reality. What is it that you want to do? A cat may assist you with hunting down, finding out what it is that you really love to do in your soul, what your soul's mission is. So this is really cool stuff that, most of the time nobody tells us out here, but it's practical spirituality again. In other words, if you think and come from your soul, right, use these together, okay? This is the main core of what this is. Remember, everything is your soul, okay? And your soul creates everything and they all work together, okay? So why wouldn't you work in here with this? Do you see? All right. So back to the Mauser cat again. So these would be the reasons why, many of the reasons why. Now, it's not every single reason why. Each person is particular to the gifts that they call in and they need. Every single form of God calls in what is best for them and their soul. So while another girl may look a lot like me, she may have blue eyes, she may have blonde hair, she may be tall, she may be into being spiritual, right? She may be a spiritual teacher, she may be a healer, whatever it is that she is, but she's never going to be exactly like me, as I'm not going to be exactly like you. No two of anything that is God is exactly alike. It is impossible, because each thing, all of us come in to experience our own selves in exactly the magic that only we can be, separate from God in our own very own magical space, but yet still one and always connected to that source energy, okay? That's the experience of this earth world and the experience of being God and separate from God in this reality, any reality, and all that is, okay? Because we get to experience ourselves separate, but always still attached. That's why we're never alone. Cool shit, right? So anyways, as they teach me, they teach you. So I'm just sitting here going, wow, it's so fucking fascinating, right? Okay, so that said, when we are individual, we will call in different animals to us. Again, no two people are ever alike. And this is part of the reason why you cannot figure out people many times. You don't understand why they do what they do, as well as subconscious habits and patterns and conscious habits and patterns that you don't have in you or have a piece of that's completely different in its manifestation of the same unwellness or wellness. But you will not be able to get into that space unless you work with God to get into that space. But does it really matter in the space that you're in? You worry about you from love in the healthy healthiest, best way. But this, I'm telling you this so that you can call in the animals that are best for you. Now, Mauser cat may be best for you, but not for me. For example, I called in German Shepherd dog. I called in Basset Hound dog. I called in Chihuahua mix, right? Or a mutt, right? So I call in all these dogs, right? So, and what's funny is, think about this too. All my dogs are rescue dogs, right? I've rescued them in some way, shape, or form. So where did I need rescuing? Makes you really think, right? And I know exactly where that is. When my fucking life was so fucked up. That's how I got to God. When you're super unwell in here in some way, shape, or form, at some point you're going to be like, yeah, I am over this, because that's how we're all designed innately, especially in this earth world, to get it. If you don't get it and you don't work with love energy that is God, you create, your soul does this, all right, in some way, shape, or form, suffering or unwellness in your earth world reality, whether it's sickness, unwellness, can't get a job, you're homeless, you're sick, your friend's sick, somebody's sick, somebody you love doesn't feel good, or your pets are unwell, or you can't get the best, your best friend betrays you. All this is forms of unwellness. You see? All right. So the more you work with God, the less unwellness you have in your life, the higher you vibrate, the more great things happen for you. All right. So again, those are some of the gifts that dogs bring. I needed to be rescued. I needed to rescue who? Myself, from my own unwellnesses in my soul. And therefore, what do? That's all the part of the gifts that I teach. How can I help you, right? Because ultimately, we're all responsible for our own shit. All right, so Nicole, cats in general, I talked about that in the Mauser, excellent hunting, killing machines, excellent at getting the job done. Serious focus. Cats also have stealth. They're super connected. They have wisdom. All right. All animals have wisdom. Okay. I did a channeling in my email that talked a little bit about cats and self-love with the lions and all animals. It's all innately part of nature. Your will to survive, positive, healthy self-love is instilled in all animals. That's the thing in animals that you shoot them with a gun, they still keep coming at you, because this is about protection and self-love for them. Okay. You don't just lay down and die if somebody's a jackass to you. You stand up and what? You fight. That's what they do, because you're honoring you from love. Okay. All right. So, let's get back here. So birds, one of the biggest gifts, people have spirit animals that are birds. Birds help you to what? Fly. All birds help you to fly. Fly to your destiny. Fly to, your success. Pick up and fly out of the garbage, the rubble, All right. So that's one thing about birds. Okay. Also, birds innately carry feathers, which are gifts from angels. Okay. That's part of what helps them fly. Cool as shit, right? So anytime you see a feather, remember, and you pick up a feather, whether it's a feather that you think came out of a pillow or the sky, it is always a gift, a metaphysical gift from angels. Cool as shit, man. Just the coolest. Okay. All right. So remember that. And it is a gift of assistance. It's the angels telling you that they are there, that they know you're there. They're there for you. And you can call on them and ask them to help and assist you all the time. Okay. Whether you see a feather or not. Okay. Ask. And then you will know, because all of a sudden, 2 hours later, an hour later, 20 minutes later, you will see a feather on the ground and you'll be like, I know my angels are here, because it is a message in this earth world reality that they are actually really here. Okay. And they're here for you. And then you ask them to help and assist you. And you say, thank you, God, for that for me, right? Okay. All right. So those are some gifts that birds have. Again, phoenix and eagles, birds of prey, predators. All right. Give you an example. Phoenix obviously is a really high vibrating spiritual bird, helping you fly spiritually. Okay. So if you have a phoenix that you're called into, people will say, oh, but that's feeling phoenix isn't real in this reality. Yeah. Well, you see it in a book and you see a picture of it. You get a vision of it. You feel it in here, or you think you saw it in this reality. Okay. You're seeing multidimensional, and they do exist. They're just not in the same exact density, mass, form as they are in earth world reality. Okay, there's different dimensions. Okay. And the more gifted you are, and the more you work with God, and the more gifts and tools that you ask for and work with spirit to have all your dreams and all your magic, the more you will see really amazing things like Phoenix is in this reality. Okay. Phoenix is a bird, a spiritual bird. You're meant to fly spiritually. That's a really big mission of that. Think about the colors too. Red, passion and love. That's what God is. Love, passion, emotions, mass in this reality, as well as air, the air to breathe. Okay. Really, really neat stuff. I did a really great channeling on the heart just in my last email as well, which we'll probably get in and talk about on our email on our YouTube rather. Okay, so that's about birds. Birds help you to fly. Birds of prey help you to see. If you learn about a bird of prey, they see the whole picture. So if you're all of a sudden you start to see birds of prey, okay, remember the number 3 is the number of God. You see 3 things 3 times, they're meant for you. You see something that triggers your button in here, it is meant for you, okay? All right. So, birds of prey, they have an amazing ability to see the whole picture, to see far away, and to truly see. That's how they fly so high, and they can see a little tiny guy, a little tiny rodent or prey down on the ground, right? So where do you have those abilities and those gifts, or where are you not seeing the whole picture? Where are you not able to see things that are hidden or far out in the distance? Okay, so think about that. Those are some of the messages and gifts that birds bring to us. And remember, everything is particular to our own experiences and who we are. So a bird that comes in for me may be an eagle, and the same bird may come in for my sister or my friend or my sister's boyfriend, right? Or whoever it is, and they may bring different messages in different ways to each of us. All right. So because remember, when we're all individual, it is all based on our own God experience, and simultaneously everything is created with all that is God, that is love, to help and assist every one of us, both singly, all right, within our own spiritual space, within our own soul space, and our own personal reality, as well as the reality of us all together and all that is. It's really fascinating. Okay, so different animals have different messages. You don't know what they are, you ask God that you do. What are the messages that this animal brings for me, right? Or for my sister? What messages are these for her? What messages are these for Tim or John or whoever you want to help or guide or assist or you want to know, okay? From love. Everything always based in the highest form of love in you, okay? So you ask Spirit what you always want to know that is best for you, okay? So Spirit tells me reptiles. Excellent. Reptiles, to give you a really good idea, alligators, crocodiles, they're very efficient killing machines too, okay? Also, you think about where do you need to give you an idea, alligators and crocodiles, they need water, right? So they spend a lot of their time in water. So where do you need more water in your life? Where do you need to look into your water gifts, your emotional space, okay? So all these are gifts and tools metaphysically that you need to take a look at to help you. Also, crocodiles and alligators instill fear in people, fear, death, dying, all right? And in animals too, they instill that, right? So they bring to you those gifts. Where are you not dealing with these fears? Where do you need these gifts of protection that an alligator would bring to you to keep people away from you that are bothering you? And you can call on these animals to help and assist you with their gifts as well. So if you need to be protected, you see an alligator, you can ask that alligator, thanks, man, for helping me with your gifts. And thanks, God, for helping me with your gifts too of this, protection. Okay. So many times they're that. Also, it can be many other reasons as well. Thank you for, okay, they want me to talk about snakes, okay? Also snakes, all right, where are you a snake? Where is someone in your life a snake? Where are you not seeing the truth and it's sneaky and snaky? Do you see what I'm saying? All right, so those are ways that snakes help you, but snakes also are like the Mazurkat in terms of they get rid of rodents. Where do you want to be disease-free? Where are they helping you to be disease-free, rodent-free, get rid of pests, do you see? So, and a lot of people get scared of snakes. Where are you not dealing with your fear? Scared of alligators, scared of predators, right? All right, where are you not dealing with these fears inside of you? And what is it about that animal that makes you afraid, okay? All right, so those are some really cool gifts of snakes and reptiles and alligators. Okay, fish, all right? Michael Phelps is a great example of a fish being. I believe he is either a Cancer or a Pisces, but he is definitely a water sign. I can't remember which one he is. However, Michael Phelps, Michael Fish, that's so funny. That's no accident. Spirit is awesome. Okay, so Michael Phelps, the Olympic swimmer, so won all those awards for being a fantastic swimmer. It's no accident. He's a water sign. He is most at home in the water. He has Atlantean background stuff in him. He has Lumarian background stuff in him, and so when I talk about that, he's capitalizing on his gifts of being and living in underwater worlds for lifetimes, really cool shit. Mermaid energy, right? Mermaid energy, fish energy. Okay. So fish are fantastic swimmers. They're at home in the water. Michael Phelps is at home in the water. So you can see how animals connect you to past lifetimes, past dimensions, past places, and they pull that out of your soul, those gifts. So Michael Phelps, he's a water sign. He is a fish. And even if he wasn't water sign in his sun sign, because I'm not exactly sure what he is, but I know that he's a water sign. But he has a water sign in him somewhere to do the mission that he came here to do. And the fish, okay, assists him, okay? So Michael Phelps is a perfect example of somebody who capitalizes on water energy and fish. Fish are great swimmers that are at home in the water. They can talk to other animals. They talk to each other in the water. So you will have all of these gifts in you and or in some way, shape, or form. So those are the gifts that fish bring you. And again, what type of fish? Is it a barracuda? Is it a shark? Is it a whale? Now, these aren't necessarily fish, okay, but they live at home in the water. So all different animals have all different gifts for us. So these are some more. And then we have rodents, all right? And I know I talked about rodents and fish but let me get back to rodents, because I said a lot of stuff that people might say, oh, well, you gave the rats and mice a bad rap, right? But the truth is, rats and mice are very prolific, okay? They are reproduction machines. You find one, you find 16 in your house 2 weeks later, not even 2 weeks later, All right, so they reproduce. So they give you the gifts of reproduction, okay? Same thing with rabbits. Everyone knows, she's very fertile like a rabbit, You've heard those sayings, all right? That's no accident. These animals bring to us those gifts, and you can call them in for you. Same thing with rats and mice. Where are you hoarding stuff for you? Where do you need to hoard stuff for you? Where do you need to keep a supply? Where are you, tunneling and burrowing and finding ways or going in directions you shouldn't be going or should be going? Or where are you not seeing the direction you should be going? Do you see what I'm saying? So these are all gifts and tools, and little rodents like that, they're way smarter than people know, okay? Remember that. Where are you way smarter than the people know? Okay, really, really cool shit. I know this was a super long YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I answered all. Oh, there's one more here for Nicole too. It's about pit bulls. All right, and for everybody. All right, pit bulls, a dog. Again, unconditional love. She said if she did have a dog, she would have a pit bull. Pit bulls are about protection. They're also about boundaries. They're all about unconditional love. They also instill fear and protection, or an aura of that around you because of the stigma that they carry with them. All right, but it is really not a stigma. It's a really positive, healthy protection thing. Nothing is bad unless you believe it is bad. Nothing is unwell unless you believe it is unwell. And then you create the unwellness of that you believe in your reality. So if you're afraid of pit bulls, you need to clear, heal, and change that and take a look at that. All right? Because what makes a pit bull or any dog unwell is the unwellness within their souls and in the situations that they are manifesting in this reality from the person, the dog, and within themselves. And they come together from that space of unwellness, like for a pit bull attack, okay? Because really, pit bulls are bred to be protective animals, all right? They're bred to be fighters, and they are bred to kill. So where do you need those gifts, all right? So, and where do you need to be a responsible pet owner when you have those? Because they don't have to be like that, okay? What makes them like that is the people and their intent and their unwellness. Again, dog is unconditional love. Man's best friend does for you what it is basically told, so to speak. But if you do everything from love, there is no unwell with a pit bull or any animal, okay? And you can clear, heal, and change anything and everything in this earth world reality by working with love energy that is God. So pit bulls are fantastic dogs. All dogs are fantastic. And as long as you work from love with them, be wise. Know the breed that you're working with, or any animal, because they are innately wild in some way, shape, or form. They have all of that in us. But think about it. So do you. That wildness is in you too, especially if you're a spiritual person, right? Okay, there's been times when I've been fucking wild. May not be the best manifestation of that wild in the moment, but this is why we work with God, so we don't get all crazy, right? So we do the best thing for us and all, always, from love in our souls, connection with God, and in earth world reality. Okay. So I hope this was a really great video for you. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks, Nicole, for writing in with your questions and emailing me with your questions here on my YouTube. Please, guys, do send it out there. Share with everybody you can. The more we share this stuff that Spirit teaches through me and my stuff, the more we change the world, the more it helps me, helps you, helps us, helps everybody out there, and we change the world together. Again, love energy revolution. All right. All right. Thanks, guys. Much love to you all. And we'll talk soon. All right. Take care.